Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. 2023, another year is here upon us. Super happy to be here with you guys. Super happy to be here for another year. You guys are here with me on one of the first Saturdays of this new year. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. And my goal is to give you some information that will hopefully make your 2023 as a signing agent a better one. I did see in the chat that folks were having problems with the links that I had put up initially. So I just put the links in the comments. So if you weren't able to click on the links that I had put up initially, check in the comments. I've just put the links in again. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, the links are in the description box of this video. And I'm going to show everybody how to find the stuff in the description box of the video here in just a second as well. But again, I put the links again in the chat. So just look for the links from me that are further down in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. I use a software called StreamYard, and sometimes if I try to put links and stuff in before the video actually goes live, it doesn't work right, and I forget. 2023, and I still forgot. But hey, it's all good. You guys forgive me. We are going to go ahead and get started. I tend to be long-winded, so I'm going to go ahead and get started so we can get through this in a timely manner, because I know you guys probably have other things that you want to do on your Saturday. So guys, we are here talking about setting our goals for 2023 as signing agents so we can be successful. But again, guys, as always, do me a favor, whether you are watching this live or whether you are watching the replay, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell. When you hit the like button, it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you like this kind of stuff. So you'll see more videos from me and more videos just about being a signing agent in general. Hit the subscribe button. So then every time I go live or every time I drop a video, you will be notified of that. And then the notification bell, because if you don't have your notification set, you won't get the notification. So make sure that you guys do that. And then, as always, y'all know I want to know who you are and where you are watching from. So in the chat, again, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, tell me what city and state you are in. And then tell me whether you are an aspiring signing agent, a new signing agent, or a veteran signing agent. So an aspiring signing agent is somebody who's just kind of checking this thing out, but you haven't actually done any loan signing yet. A new signing agent is somebody who's been doing this signing agent thing for a year or less. And a veteran signing agent is someone who has been doing this signing agent thing for more than a year. And then, because this question is always asked, will the replay be available? Absolutely. Whether you are watching this on YouTube or whether you're watching this on my Facebook group or in my LinkedIn, as soon as this video is over, the replay will be available. So look, I'm going to get you guys to be my assistants, because there's always some folks who come in a little bit late and they miss the fact that there's going to be a replay available. So if you see somebody in the chat asking, is the replay going to be available? Do me a favor, let them know. Yes, there will absolutely be a replay. Let's see who we have hanging out with us today. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you guys. I'm so excited to see you. We've got Felicia from Texas. Y'all know that's where I'm at. We've got JR is here. He's one of my students. What's up? We've got Michelle from Chicago. Terry wants to wish everybody a happy new year. We've got Starin, who's been a signing agent for over a year but hasn't done anything yet. So look, 2023, this is a great time to set your goals and get this thing going. We've got somebody here in my Facebook group watching from Florida. We got Montana in the house. Shawana is a new signing agent. We've got Mystico, a veteran signing agent from Las Vegas. Guys, keep telling me where you are from. Again, whether you are watching this live or whether you are watching the replay, because again, as always, I'm always curious to see where you guys are from. And then, yes, there will be a Q&A session at the end of the video. So guys, again, I lose focus really easy. So do me a favor, try to hold your questions until the end. That helps me out so then I don't really miss any questions. I'm going to try to stay on the topic, but this is kind of a open topic today. We're setting goals for 2023. So if you have signing agent questions about setting your goals, questions about, how I feel the business is going in 2023, feel free to ask those questions. And guys, just be aware, depending on how many questions are asked, I may not be able to answer all of the questions during the video, but that's okay. If I miss your question during the live, or maybe if you ask a question on the replay, I always go back, guys, to check and see if I've missed any questions. I will do my very, very best to answer everyone's questions. Then you're going to hear me talk about stuff in the description box of the video. Now, again, some of you guys are watching this streaming on Facebook. Some of you guys are watching this streaming on LinkedIn. But when I talk about the description box, I'm talking about the description box to the YouTube video. So when you're watching this on YouTube, to find the description box, if you're watching this on your laptop or desktop computer, if you look underneath the video, you're going to see the words show more. You're going to want to click where it says show more. Now, if you're watching this on your cell phone or mobile device, because that's what most of us do anymore, underneath the video, you're going to see a little down arrow. You're going to want to click that down arrow. And then whether you are on your laptop or on your mobile device, once you click show more, or once you click that little arrow, you're going to see all of the stuff that I have in the description box. I've got tons of stuff in there, guys. I've got the links to the worksheet. I've got the links to my new signing agent checklist. I've got links to other videos. I've got all kinds of links in there. So definitely make sure that you check out that description box. Now, when you click on the link for either the worksheet that I'm giving you guys to help you be successful this year, or when you click on the link to my new signing agent checklist, because you're really going to need both of them if you are a new signing agent. Once you click on that link, you're going to see a screen kind of like what's up right now, and it's just going to ask you to put your first name and your email address in. Once you do that, hit that word subscribe, and then you're going to see in red where it says click here to download your success worksheet or your checklist. Click on that. It's going to open the PDF up. Just save it to your computer. You can leave it saved. You can print it out, whatever works best for you. Let's see who else we've got here. We've got a few minutes. We've got Terry from Michigan. We've got Victoria from Fort Worth, an aspiring signing agent. We've got somebody watching on Facebook from Silver Springs. They're a newbie, just getting started. Michelle from Palm Desert, California, a whole year, man. It's been an exciting year this past year. We've got folks, again, watching from all over the place. And again, guys, whether you are watching live or whether you are watching on the replay, do me a favor and let me know who you are, whether you're aspiring, new, or a veteran, and let me know where you are from. All right, so I'm going to assume that most of y'all, if you are watching, already know what a loan signing agent is. But just for those folks who may be new, they may have stumbled upon this video and just like, well, what the heck is a loan signing agent? So a loan signing agent is a mobile notary public who has additional loan or mortgage document training. I kind of call us DoorDash for mortgage loan closings. We basically take people's mortgage loan documents, we bring it to them, we do their signings for them wherever they are. We walk them through the signing of the documents. We make sure the documents are signed and notarized properly. And then we make sure those documents get sent back to wherever they need to go. So now, what is a notary public? Since a loan signing agent is a notary public, what's a notary public? A notary public is an official of integrity appointed by state government to serve the public as an impartial witness in performing a variety of official fraud deterrent acts related to the signing of important documents. A notary public verifies a person's identity, and then they verify their willingness to sign a particular document. Guys, notaries public aren't just stamping documents. The point of a notary public is to deter fraud. When a document is notarized, it tells people that yes, the person who signed this document is that actual person. Their identity was verified. And then it's also saying that that person signed that document willingly. They were not forced. They were not coerced. They were not made to sign that document. They signed the document willingly. So the job of a notary public, guys, is actually extremely, extremely important. And then a mobile notary is a notary public who will travel to the signer. A notary public or a mobile notary public, their duties may also include printing out documents and returning and shipping signed and notarized documents to whatever next location they need to be. So again, if you were new, if you stumbled onto this, kind of wanting to know what a loan signing agent is, that's what it is. If you need more information about it though, I've got tons of videos on my YouTube channel for you to check out about being a signing agent. Now, of course, the next question people always want to know, how much can a signing agent make? Now, signing agents are self-employed. They are independent contractors. So this is not a job that comes with a particular salary. This is not a position that comes with a set amount of money that can be made. And that's one of the things that I really love about being a signing agent. I'm basically in control of my income. But in general, signing agents make somewhere between $75 to $175 or even more per signing. And signing agents can complete more than one signing in a day. So do a little math and you can get a great idea of how much signing agents can make. One of the questions that's normally asked is, can you make six figures? Can you make $100,000 as a signing agent? That's, for some reason, that's like the magic number that everybody loves to talk about and everybody loves to hit. And yes, it is absolutely possible to make $100,000 as a signing agent. Again, guys, I've got a video on that. If it's not already in the description box, I'll put a link to that video in the description box where I break down the numbers and show how easy it can be to make six figures as a signing agent. So now, 2023. We got a new year. The last couple of years in the mortgage and real estate industry have been crazy in good ways and in bad ways. And I tend to tell people, if you became a signing agent in 2020 or later, you have not seen a regular, normal year as a signing agent. Things kind of went crazy again in a good way in 2020. Due to the pandemic, interest rates were dropped to try to stimulate the economy. And there was just record numbers of transactions that were being done in the real estate and mortgage area. People were refinancing like crazy. People were buying and selling like crazy. So there were a ton of transactions that were going on. Well, in the end of 2022, the government's trying to correct things. It's trying to fight inflation. And so they raised interest rates. And what did that do? That caused things to slow down. And again, for people who became signing agents in 2020 or later who hadn't seen a regular year, this kind of freaked people out. They're like, whoa, what's going on? Everything is kind of slowing down, coming to a halt. But guys, it's a natural correction to the market. There's always ups and downs. There's always faster times and slower times. But like I always say, no matter what, there is always buying, selling, and refinancing going on. And if there is buying, selling, and refinancing going on, guess what? That means that there is business for signing agents. So 2023, what do I think is going to happen? I think there's going to be buying, there's going to be selling, and there is going to be refinancing. Builders, mortgage companies, real estate agents, trust me, they want to make money. So they are going to figure out how to get transactions going even in this new market. I work with a builder and they are doing a lot of different things to stimulate people to purchase from them. They are dropping prices. They are paying closing costs. They are offering real estate agents higher commissions. They're doing all kinds of awesome things to stimulate people to buy. So people are still going to buy. People are still going to refinance. It just takes a little time for us to see the fruits of what those folks are doing. So everything that the builder that I'm working with is doing right now, the fruit of that is going to happen in about 3, 6, or 9 months from now. So things may be a little bit slower at the beginning of this year, but trust me, people in the mortgage, real estate industry, builders are all making adjustments so that they can make sales and they can make money. And that's another one of the things that I like about being a signing agent. I don't have to worry about business because I know that all of those people are going to do what they got to do to get transactions going. And then my job is just to get those transactions signed. So is there going to be business in 2023? Absolutely. But here's the deal. It's not going to fall in your lap. We're kind of going back to normal, and you're going to have to work and put in time and effort to be that signing agent that's there when things kind of turn around and start going back to a more regular pace. All right. So I personally find, as we're talking about goals, I personally find when I'm talking to people who want to be signing agents, I find there are normally 2 things that keep people from being successful. So, what I want you guys to do right now in the chat, again, whether you are watching live or whether you are watching on the replay, let me know, what do you think are 1 or 2 of the things that keep people from being successful as signing agents, or just keep people from being successful in business, or keep people from being successful as entrepreneurs? Because again, guys, being a signing agent means running your own business. It is not a job. And again, the difference between having a job and running your own business, when you have a job, someone else tells you what to do, and you just follow their instructions. Having a business means that you have to kind of figure out how to make things work. And people think that that's the easy part, but that really is the hardest part of having your own business, being the person that's responsible for figuring out how to make things work when things aren't working. So let's see what you guys have said here. We've got some folks who are saying fear. Fear. Yeah, fear. Self-doubt. That's a good one. Fear. Getting started. Yep, that's a good one. Putting in the time. Yeah, that's a good one. I like it. Not continuing to perfect their craft. That's a good one. I love it. Fear of failure. Marketing. Yeah, you absolutely have to market to be self-employed and have your own business. Fear, confidence, fear and not networking. Absolutely. Not putting in the work, not knowing how to market. Fear, taking the first step. fear and doubt. Also, money to get started. Money is important. Confidence, failure. So I'm going to assume you mean fear of failure. None of us like to fail. That's no fun. So I think you guys are on the right track. Yep. And here's the thing. You are not the only person who feels this way. I'm telling you guys, again, when I first started off with my training program, I really thought that the thing I was going to have to spend the most time on was going to be teaching people about the documents, but that's really not it. The thing that I found that I've had to help people with the most when it comes to being a signing agent are these two things. And I'm going to tell you the two things that I find keep people from being successful. And you guys were right on it. The first is self-motivation. And you see, I've got this little quote, couple of quotes up there. Believing in yourself is the first secret to success. And then there's a quote underneath it from Walt Disney. It says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Here's the deal, guys. It's very easy to say you want to do something, but having the motivation to do it, having the motivation to tell yourself, I'm going to do it, tends to be the hardest part, or one of the hardest parts. Let's think about working out, because that's one that we all, I think, go through. Working out, being healthy, that's always a New Year's resolution. You have to be self-motivated to get up, to go to the gym, to get uncomfortable. It's not fun lifting weights and running and doing cardio and all this stuff. And then you got to do it every day. It seems like once you get fit, you should just be able to stop. But it doesn't work like that. You have to keep going every single day, and you have to motivate yourself. You cannot count on anyone else to motivate you. This is your business. So if you want your business to succeed, you have to have that motivation within yourself. And then the second thing, you guys were right on the money. It is fear. Fear of failing, fear of not being able to learn the information, fear of not being good enough, just all kinds of fears. And I totally get it. But I love this quote. It's actually from a movie, but I love this quote because it always reminds me when I'm feeling fear, it reminds me, it says, fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It's a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may never exist. Fear is a choice. Now, I know you guys are like, fear doesn't feel like a choice. It feels very real. It is a real feeling. But guys, fear is a choice. And here's the thing, believe it or not, you can do stuff even when you are afraid. I'm afraid when I try new things, guys, every single time. People tell me all the time, oh my gosh, you always look so confident. Trust me, I be faking it most of the time when I'm doing something new. I don't always feel confident. I often feel fear, but I understand that the only way to get to success is to get through that fear, to work through that fear. For those of you who don't know, I became a signing agent back in 2007. Long story short, I basically just quit my job and I jumped into becoming a signing agent. I really didn't have any money saved up. I really had no backup plan. I just jumped out there. And I'm not suggesting that any of you guys do that. But I will tell you this, because I had no backup plan, because I had no money saved up, I had no choice but to be self-motivated, and I had no choice but to work through the fear. Because I'm gonna tell you what, the fear of not being able to pay my bills was greater than the fear of not being a successful signing agent. So again, guys, I'm not telling any of y'all to quit your jobs, okay? But sometimes if you work like that, if you put the effort in, if you try to overcome the fear like that, if you think, I gotta do this, I gotta get through it, sometimes that is what you need to work through that fear. But again, guys, if you're waiting for the fear to go away, then you're never going to make the steps that you need to be successful. Fear is going to be there. That's okay. Move through the fear. And then I'm going to tell you this, every single person that I have mentored or trained, when I ask them after they've done a few signings, I was like, were you afraid your first couple of signings? They all say yes. And then I'm like, when you look back on it now, was there anything to be afraid of? And they all go, you know what? No, it was easier than I thought it was going to be. There was nothing to be afraid of. Again, guys, that fear is literally just something that you have made up in your mind. And once you do one or two signings, I'm telling you, you're going to look back and you're going to be almost mad at yourself for letting that fear slow you down at all. Okay, so for those of you who downloaded the success worksheet, the very first thing that I have on here, guys, are these different quotes to help you with your self-motivation and some different quotes to help you get over that fear. Because again, as you guys all said, those are the things that stop most people from being successful in business, that stop most people from being successful entrepreneurs, and that stop most people from being successful in business. So again, guys, if you weren't able to download the worksheet, come to my YouTube channel again, or look, I had to repost the links in the chat. I've got the links in several different places, but the best place to get it is in the description box of this video on my YouTube channel. It's going to be here even afterwards, so you can kind of watch and follow along and then download it afterwards. But again, guys, as you're getting started, as you're feeling that lack of motivation, as you're feeling that fear, read through these quotes, because I'm telling you, you're not the first person to lack motivation. You're not the first person to feel fear. And honestly, some of the people that we think of as being the greatest of what they did felt lack of motivation and they felt fear. So look through those quotes, guys, and get them inside of you, seriously, because this is what you're going to need. All of the rest of this stuff is not going to happen if you can't motivate yourself and if you can't get past the fear. So don't just glance at those quotes. Don't just think that that little section is there just to be cute. That is probably the most important part of what is on this worksheet. So then, guys, the next thing I want you to do, the next thing that I have on this worksheet, two sections where you are going to write down some things. The first thing I want you to talk about to yourself, what is your dream? It doesn't just have to be your dream of being a signing agent or your dream of being self-employed. What is your dream? You know, a lot of times, guys, we vaguely want things, but we never even admit to ourselves that we have these dreams. So I want you to take a few minutes, write down your dreams. It may take you longer than a few minutes. You may need to think about it. You know, again, sometimes we get the hustle and bustle, the day to day, the 9 to 5, going to our job, just existing, just surviving, and we kind of push our dreams to the back. Again, to be a successful business person, to be a successful entrepreneur, to be a successful signing agent, you got to have a dream. So I want you to take some time, get in touch with yourself, and write down what your dreams are. Then, the hard part, I want you after that to write down your fears. Write down what you are afraid of. And again, be real with yourself. Are you afraid that you're not going to succeed? Are you afraid that you're not going to be able to learn the information? Are you afraid that you're not going to be able to go out and market for business? Whatever those fears are. Because again, guys, we can't make goals, we can't surpass goals unless we know what our opposing forces are. What do we want and what's opposing what we want? So again, this is not something I want you to just, quickly skip through. This is you. This is personal. This isn't me. This is you. Write down your dreams and then be real with yourself and write down your fears. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to skip kind of to the end of this whole thing. I'm going to tell you, you can get past your fears and you can absolutely be successful. And you're going to come back and you're going to look at this and you're going to read your fears. And again, you're going to be like, what was I afraid of? That was nothing. All right. So guys, We're doing our goals, 2023. But why should we even set goals at all? Well, setting goals is a great way to stay motivated. Because remember, we got to have that self motivation. It's a great way to stay motivated and focused. It helps to create a sense of direction and purpose, and it gives you something to strive for. Goals can also help you to stay organized and prioritize tasks, allowing you to make the most of your time. Setting goals can also be a great way to make sure that you are tracking your progress and celebrating your successes. So, again, I'm going to use the weight loss thing as an example, because again, this is something I think that we all do. Sometimes we have these New Year's resolutions that we're going to lose weight and we're going to eat better. Okay, those are very, very vague goals. And because those goals are very vague, it's really easy to kind of let those goals slip. But if you make a goal that you're going to go to the gym 3 days a week, or if you make a goal that you are going to walk 10,000 steps a week, or if you make a goal that you're going to start tracking your calories, whatever it is, you've got something that you can measure. You've got something that you can see. Yes, I am doing or not doing this to stay on track with my goals. So we've got some signing agent goals here in just a second. But again, we're going to set SMART goals. So we want to make sure that our goals are specific. Again, this is a thing that I see people missing the mark on all of the time. They say, I want to be a signing agent. I want to be a successful signing agent. That's great. That's a first step. But we need to make it specific. We need to clearly define and identify what's a successful signing agent to you. How do you identify that? How do you know you've reached that goal if you haven't clearly defined it? We need to make our goals measurable. Again, how do you know when you've reached your goal or how far away you are from your goal if you don't have a way to measure it? We need to make our goals achievable. Can you realistically achieve the goal that you have set? Now, like, for example, I said, yeah, it's possible to make six figures as a signing agent. But okay, don't say you want to make $1 million as a signing agent. That's really not realistic or achievable. We want goals that are relevant. Again, don't get too broad. If you're just starting out as a signing agent, you don't want to say, in 3 months, I want to have a signing agent business and a multi this and a da 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 that. Let's keep it relevant. Let's not get it too broad. Let's set our goals on something specific that we can reach in a particular amount of time. And again, we want to make this time bound. Give yourself a cutoff time to achieve your goals. That's another thing that I see students of mine doing a lot. They have a goal, but they haven't given themselves a cutoff time. So a lot of times when I'm mentoring them, I'm like, okay, you're going to do this and you're going to do this by next week. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, hey, we have to have a time frame, because if not, guess what? You're going to find excuses and you're going to keep pushing it down. So through this worksheet, we've got our larger goals, and we're going to break those larger goals down into smaller goals. And then I also, guys, I want you to celebrate the small victories as you reach a step in your goals. Pat yourself on the back, celebrate, give yourself some kind of treat for saying, hey, I made it this far. And again, I'm going to remind you guys again, remember, you are building a business, not working a job. So this kind of goes into making sure that your goals are achievable and that they're relevant. Remember that as a signing agent, no one is going to give you work. You have to go out and get it. No one's going to tell you what to do or how to do it. Even your trainer or your mentor, they can give you help, they can give you guidance, but at the end of the day, this is your business. So you are going to basically tell yourself what you got to do. And again, you are responsible for motivating yourself through the ups and downs. Anybody that's been a signing agent for the past 2-3 years, you've seen there's been ups and there's been downs. Are you going to be able to stay motivated through those ups and downs? The mortgage real estate industry does not stay constant. It changes just about every week, every month, every year. There's ups and there's downs. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to measure, we're saying that we want to be successful signing agents, but What does that mean to you? What is success to you? What I consider being successful as a signing agent may be different than what you consider being successful as a signing agent. So, again, guys, do me a favor, go down in the chat. When you say you want to be a successful signing agent, what does that mean to you? How do you measure your success as a signing agent? Is it a certain amount of money? If you want to make a certain dollar amount of money as a signing agent, put that in the chat. Let me know. If it's, just being able to say, hey, I have my own business, put that down in the chat. If it's being able to say, I don't have a boss, that was one of the things that I liked. One of the things that I considered success when I was thinking about becoming a signing agent. For me, I was successful when I didn't have a boss anymore. I don't like people telling me what to do. That's just me. I like being my own boss. So when you say, I want to be a successful signing agent, what does that mean to you? And I'll also say this, the other thing that I determined would be success for me is if I made at least the same amount of money that I was making at my 9 to 5. I wasn't necessarily looking to make six figures. I was like, if I just make as much money as I'm making on my regular job now, I would consider that success. So let's see what you guys are considering success as a signing agent. So Premier Notary Services says delivering quality work is the definition of success to them. And I'm totally with you on that one. One of the things that I always say is if you are an excellent above average signing agent, then you will get business. So I'm with you. If you deliver quality work, then you will absolutely be a successful signing agent. We have people who want to quit their 9 to 5. I am with you. We've got folks who want flexibility. I'm all about being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I love it. Let's see. At least make back what they spend in supplies. Absolutely. Your first step is let me get my investment back. I'll consider this a success if I get my investment back. I totally understand. Freedom, time for your kids, making more money. Wonderful. Again, having your own business. Absolutely. Flexibility, having your own business. Let's see, making your own schedule, not working 80 hours a week and replacing your income. Absolutely, guys. Look, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Quitting their 9 to 5, making a certain amount of money every year. Ooh, I love this one. Control of your own destiny, living and thriving beyond surviving. I'm telling you, that's what I love about being a signing agent. I am in control of my own destiny. So, yes, I love it. You guys are on top of it. So, again, keep telling me, guys, even if I'm not able to show all of these on the screen right now, even if you are doing this on the replay, let me know what you consider success as a signing agent. But one of the things that I'm seeing that you guys are all saying is success equals money and time. Basically, it breaks down to those two things, money and time. Now, some people want more money. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Some people want more time. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it flip flops. I'm going to tell you guys, when I first started out as a signing agent and I saw the income potential, for me, money was more important than time. I was doing signings from sun up to sundown, from the crack of dawn till late in the evening, Monday through Sunday, every day that ended in Y. I had a period of time when I was first a signing agent where I was like, I just want to make all the money. I didn't have a lot of free time because I was doing signings all the time, but I was making a lot of money. Well, along the way, I was like, you know what? I'm really not interested in the money so much anymore. For me, it's more about the time. So now I'm a lot more selective on the signings that I do. I don't do nearly as many signings as I used to. For me, it's about the free time, having time with my family, time to do different things that I want to do. So success really boils down to money and time, whatever balance you want it to be. So we've got a breakdown here on the success worksheet for, again, you to start quantifying, writing down in measurable amounts what success means to you. So we're going to talk about the money first. Write down how much money you have to make to pay essentials. How much money do you need to survive? So your rent or your mortgage, car note, utilities, groceries, all that stuff that you have to survive, that's essential. Write that down so that you will have a dollar amount. Then let's write down how much money you want to make. And again, let's make this reasonable, guys. So some of you said a certain dollar amount. Some of you just said you want to replace the income that you're making now, that kind of thing. So write down that amount. And then one of the things that I'm really big on is saving. How much money do you want or need to save? And a lot of people probably weren't even thinking about this, but I'm telling you, to get through the ups and downs of being self-employed, to being an entrepreneur, you need to have some savings. So figure out how much money do you want to save? And then underneath that, let's talk about bills. Ooh, I hate the B word. Let's talk about bills. Do you have some bills that you want to pay off? Some student loan debt, some credit card debt, some other loans, that kind of thing. Write those figures down. So then that way we can start quantifying and making goals for our money. And then we want to also have our time goals. So again, how much time do you want to devote to your signing agent business, whether that's every day or every week? And then I have a link to the video where I talk about making $100,000 as a signing agent and how much time it takes, possibly giving you an estimate of how much time you would have to give to reach that goal. So especially for those of you who are new or aspiring signing agents who have no clue how much time it even takes to do a signing, watch that video. But then write down how much time do you want to devote to your signing agent business. Maybe you want to work 20 hours a week, 40 hours a week. Maybe you only want to work 6 hours a day or 2 hours, whatever it is, write it down. Then underneath that, write down how much time you are willing to work on your signing agent business. So what's the difference in that? Let's say I really only want to work 3 hours a day, but I'm actually willing to work 6 hours a day. So that's the difference. How much time you want to devote, how much time are you willing to devote? And then how much free time do you want? How much time do you want to have to spend with your friends and family and do the things that are important to you? I need you to write that down. And then, guys, once you've kind of written down some money goals and some time goals, then this is another thing I really want you to take some time and think about. I want you to write down what I'm calling your success statement. I want you to write down specific goals for yourself and your signing agent business. And I gave an example here. I'm going to read this example to you because I know some of you are like, I don't even know where to begin with that. I gave you an example. So, for example, I want to work 20 to 40 hours a week, making a minimum of $1,000 a week with an ideal amount of $2,000 a week. I want to have the time to have dinner with my family every night, time to go to my son's football games, and time to volunteer every week at my church. I want to pay off all of my credit card debt this year and have at least $10,000 in my savings account by the end of the year. Again, guys, this is an example just to kind of show you what I'm looking for you to do. But I want you to write down your success statement because that success statement, guys, is the goal that you are going to be working towards. When things slow down, when you get frustrated, when you are kind of like, am I even making any headway in this signing agent thing? You should be able to look at your success statement as your goal and say, yes, I'm getting closer to that. No, I'm not getting closer to that. And that way you can make the adjustments that you need to reach success in 2023. But of course, wanting money, wanting time, having a success statement is great, but you have to have an actionable plan to reach that success. So what is your plan? Well, in this worksheet, I am going to help you figure out your plan. So The first thing, again, if you are a new signing agent, or even if you are, in your first year, download the new signing agent checklist. Because again, if you're new or if you're aspiring, you may not have known all of the steps that you needed to take, all of the things that you needed to do. You may not have had a path written out for you to go. That's what I do in the new signing agent checklist. I give you a path. Here's what you need to do. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to buy this. You need to get this. You need to da, da, da. I give you that path so that you can check things off one by one to see what you need to do to become a successful signing agent. Then watch the How to Become a Signing Agent video. Again, if you are a new or aspiring signing agent, watch this video. You don't have to figure this out on your own. I've got the checklist. I did the video. You can just watch it and see what to do to become a signing agent. Then you're going to kind of figure out costs and timeframes to become a notary public in your state. How much does it cost to be commissioned? Do you have to take a training class? Does it normally take 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months for that commission to get approved? You need your stamp, you need your journal, all of that good stuff. You need to figure out the cost in your state for the NNA signing agent certification exam and background screening. Many companies do require that you have that. And I've given you a link to the National Notary Association so that you can figure out what that cost is in your state. Errors and omissions insurance. I've got links to a couple of videos where you can find out what errors and omissions in insurance is, and then you can start figuring out what the costs for those things are. Signing agent training, guys. I've got a link to my signing agent advanced training program. Some people like to just figure things out on their own. Other people are like, nah, I need somebody to show me exactly what I need to do. So if you are one of those folks, I've got my training program for you. You're going to need some supplies, a printer, scanner, paper, other office supplies, all of that good stuff, guys. I've got links to videos about all of those items. I've got links in that new signing agent checklist to show you what to do and what you need. There's no need to remake the wheel. I've already done it for you. All you have to do is follow the steps that I'm showing you in those checklists. Then the other thing that you need to do, and this is another one of those things that are difficult for people, you need to manage your time. Now, a lot of folks, again, they say they want to be a signing agent, but they don't make a plan and they don't give themselves time frames to do things in it. Remember, that was one of the things when you're setting your goal, you want SMART goals. Time management is one of the things that makes up a SMART goal. So in this worksheet, I've got a couple of things for you. We've basically got a year chart right here. January, that's the month that we're in right now, all the way to December. And then I've got 6 important things that you need to do. So sit down, be realistic with yourself and say, I'm going to do these different things in these different time frames. So I'm going to say for January, you need to put get started. Again, we think that sounds simple, but getting started tends to be the most difficult part for most people. Get started and then figure out, give yourself a time frame, a goal to meet, to get your notary commission, to get your supplies, to complete your training, to sign up with signing services, and to start your direct business marketing. Use this chart. Take those 6 items, put them in the different months that you want to have those goals met by. Again, make it realistic. Your schedule is different from everybody else's schedule. Somebody else may be able to do all of these things in 3 weeks. You may have a lot of other things going on in your life. It may take you 3 months or 6 months to do these things. That's okay. It's not a competition. This is your goal worksheet. So put these things down in the months that will work for you. Then we need to break things down to things that we are going to do every week. There's only 2 weeks showing here, but in the worksheet, I actually have 4 weeks. So basically every month. And you need to set yourself a schedule of things that you are going to do on either a weekly basis or sometime within the month. So again, guys, one of the things that we're going to always want to do, sign up with signing services. You need to do that maybe once a week, twice a week. You may want to do that just once a month. There are hundreds of signing services out there. You don't have to kill yourself trying to sign up with them all in one night. So maybe Monday nights is the day that you devote to signing up with signing services. Accounting. Again, you're going to be running a business. Trust me, you're going to want to make sure that your accounting is in order from day one. So set a time weekly or monthly where you catch up with your accounting. When are you available for signings? Some people are only available, maybe Monday through Fridays in the evenings. Some people are available 24/7. Some people only want to do signings on the weekend. Put that in there. When are you actually going to be available to do signings? Restocking supplies. As you do signings, you're going to be using paper, toner, all kinds of other things. You're going to want to make sure to check up on your supplies weekly or monthly to make sure that you're not running out of anything that you need. Computer and printer maintenance. You're going to stay on top of your printer. You're going to stay on top of your computer because trust me, you don't want those things breaking down on you at the last minute. And direct business marketing. How often are you going to work on direct business marketing? Because here's the deal, guys. I know we would all love to just walk into a title office or an attorney's office and ask them for business and them just say, yes, here's everything. But it doesn't work like that. You have to work on your direct business marketing. That is something that I do teach in my Signing Agent Advanced training program, but it is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. So you need to make sure that you are devoting time weekly, monthly, consistently to work on your direct business marketing. Now, I saw somebody in here ask, do I have a good signing service list? Yes, I do. And I do provide that list to my students in my Signing Agent Advanced training program. Because guys, here's the deal. Training is going to be more important than ever. When things were crazy busy in 2021, when there was just signings coming out the wazoo, they were giving signings to everybody, whether people were well trained or not. But here's the deal. There's going to be less business over these next 6 months, year, maybe 2 years. And so only the best signing agents are going to get the business. So you are going to want to make sure that you are the best. And again, being a signing agent is not a job. With a job, you mess up, they train you and they give you another chance. When you are a signing agent, when you are running your own business, you only get one chance to make a first impression. So if you mess up on the very first signing that you get from a signing service or from a direct business client, more than likely, you're not going to get another chance. They probably won't even tell you what you did wrong. You just won't hear from them again. So training, guys, is more important than ever. I teach you guys a lot of stuff in my training program. In my description box, I've got a link to my website. But, I teach you how to complete notary certificates. I teach you how to get documents signed properly. I teach you how to go through those documents with signers. I give you sample documents. I have mock closing videos. I teach you how to market for direct business. And then I'm also a mentor that you can reach out to for assistance. I have my private Facebook group for my students where I answer questions for them. And I also answer questions via email and messenger for my Signing Agent Advanced training program students. But again, guys, click on the link. There's a link down in my description box. You can check out my website. And then I also have a free webinar. If you want some more information about my background and my training program, you can also watch that free webinar as well. Woo, that was a lot, as always. But now we are in the Q&A session of this video. I'm going to scroll up to see if you guys have any questions for me. But now is the time, if you have questions, to put them down in the chat. And again, make sure that you download the success worksheet. You're going to actually, guys, want to keep it as the PDF because, again, there's clickable links in the PDF. You can click on. I give you links to different videos and stuff that I've done to give more explanation on things that are in this worksheet. And again, guys, there's things in here that you are going to want to fill out for yourself. There's things in here that you're going to want to write down and that you're going to want to come back and look at so that you can measure, are you reaching your goals? Are you reaching what you consider to be success? So where do you find the worksheet again? So the best place to go is the description box of this YouTube video. So if you're watching this on Facebook, or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, I would suggest coming to this video on YouTube and then going to the description box. And again, the description box of the YouTube video, if you're watching this on a laptop or desktop computer, look underneath the video. You're going to see the words show more. If you are looking at this on your mobile device, like your cell phone, you're going to want to click on this little down arrow. And then once you click on that, the description box is going to open up. And I've got all kinds of links there in the description box. Awesome. All right, let's see. Do I have any tips for a Texas Ron for marketing? I absolutely do. In my Ron Quick Start training program, I've actually got about a 45-minute long marketing masterclass on how to get business for Ron. Because personally, I find that Ron is more lucrative for general notary work right now than it is for signing agent work. So you're going to reach out to different people for general notary work than you would reach out to as a signing agent for signing agent work. But in my Ron Quick Start training program, I've got my Ron Marketing Masterclass where I give all kinds of tips and ideas of ways to market for direct Ron business. Because again, guys, that's the thing. In these years, you really cannot count on anyone giving you business, whether you are a signing agent or if you're trying to be an online notary. If you are getting into this thinking, I'm just going to sign up and somebody's going to give me a ton of business, you're going to be very disappointed because unfortunately, it's just not there like that anymore. To be successful as a signing agent or to be successful as an online notary, you definitely want to market for your own direct business. And yes, there are different ways to market for Ron business. It all boils down to building relationships. That's the bottom line. Whether you're trying to get direct business as a signing agent or whether you're trying to get direct business as an online notary, it's all about building relationships. And again, I kind of give you guys helps, tips, tricks, steps to take, things to say to build those relationships so that people will want to give you that business. All right, let's see. Do I kick people out of the Facebook group? I'm finally ready to study and watch the videos for loan signing. My goal is to get the certification this year. So my paid students, no, they never get kicked out of the group. What I find though is that they can't find their way back in the group and they assume I have kicked them out. I don't kick any of my paid students out of the Facebook group. So if you are a paid student and you're having difficulty finding the group again, shoot me an email, signingagentbasics@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to help you out. Now, if you are in my free Signing Agent Basics group, if you don't follow the rules, yes, I do kick people out of my free group for not following the rules. But again, that's two different things. Paid students in the paid Facebook group, the Signing Agent Advanced groups, nope, never get kicked out because their access to the training never expires. All right, let's see. Do I have any information on apostilles? No, I do not. So I focus on loan signings. There's nothing wrong with diversifying. There's nothing wrong with branching out and doing other things. I personally focus on loan signings. My thought process, my mentality, and what has served me well over the past 15 years is to just be the very best signing agent out there. And if you are the very best, you will get business. But I know there are people out there who like to do different things, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I don't teach you guys anything that I don't actually do. And since I don't do apostilles, I don't teach apostilles. Now, one of the things I will tell everybody though, don't try to do too many different things at one time, okay? You know yourself better than anyone else. Some of us are great at multitasking, others not so great. So make sure that you give yourself enough time with whatever thing it is that you're trying initially before you start adding a whole bunch of different things in. But I know that there's people out there who have great success with apostilles because, again, guys, as long as you are the best, you are going to get business at whatever you choose to do. Jennifer's been a notary since 2015, but you want to do more. There are tons of things that you can do as a notary public. And again, I personally like being a signing agent, but there are tons and tons of things that you can do as a notary public. So yeah, absolutely, Jennifer, if you want to do more, do more. You've got your goal worksheet that will help you to get started. So if being a signing agent is something that you want to do, or if you just kind of want some help getting your mind right for being self-employed, make sure that you fill out that worksheet. And then how do you sign up for my mentoring program? Again, if you go in the description box of my YouTube video, you are going to see a link to my signing agent advanced training program. I've got several different levels and options that you can choose from on my website. It explains what's available in each level. Again, there's also a link to my free webinar where I talk to you about my background, because I know some people are like, well, who the heck are you? How do you even know what you're talking about? In this webinar, I tell you guys why I know what the heck I'm talking about, what I've been through, how I gained the skills and the knowledge that I have. And I also give you information about my training program and the different levels that I offer. And again, if you do have any questions after checking out my website or after watching my webinar, just shoot me an email at signingagentbasics@gmail.com, and I will be very happy to answer those questions. Any tips for marketing? Is it best to look online or in person? So one of the things that I tell people, I know we live in this online society. I know we love having our website and being on social media and all of that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with those things. But real estate and mortgage traditionally is a face-to-face referral-based business. You are going to have your best success marketing in person. Now, I do not recommend cold calling. Now, cold calling is just like door-to-door salesmen that come to your house. That person that comes to you trying to sell magazines or trying to sell vacuum cleaners and that kind of stuff. They're face-to-face, but they're reaching out to you cold. You don't know who they are. You didn't ask for this particular product. It's called a cold call because there's no warmth there in between the two of you. So what I do, again, in my training program and in my direct business marketing module, I tell you who you already know that can either give you business or connect you to somebody who can give you business. I tell you what to say to these people because, again, most of us are not used to marketing to people face to face. And honestly, guys, that word marketing really freaks people out. Just think about marketing as making friends. That's really all it is. But most of us aren't used to making business friends, right? We're not used to making friends with people and trying to get business from them. So I let you know what to say to people, what to expect from people, what to say when they tell you no, because I'm going to tell you what, guys, you're going to hear no a lot. You're going to hear no way more than you're going to hear yes. Don't give up. Don't quit. No is not the end. There are still things you can do when you hear no to still get business down the line. So in general, for signing agent business, it is better to market in person. It is better to talk to people than it is to try to send emails or mail flyers or that kind of stuff. You're definitely going to want to do it more face to face. Let's see. Is it wise to say that this is your first signing when doing your first signing? No. There's absolutely no need to tell people this is your first signing. And again, I'm going to tell you what, this comes from our job mentality, right? We're used to having a job where, again, when we do something for the first time, if we mess up, the person who gave us the job goes, that's okay. I'm going to teach you again. I'm going to retrain you. This is not that. This is a business. It is not a job. The bottom line is nobody cares if this is your very first signing. Nobody's going to be extra sweet and nice to you because it's your first signing. You are saying it because you want them to be nice and sweet to you, but this is business. It's not a job. So there's really no benefit to telling anyone that it is your first signing. Now, if they ask, of course, tell the truth. But even with that, there's ways to tell the truth and still give people confidence that you know what you're doing, because that's all they really care about. Do you know what you're doing? So if somebody asks you, have you done any signings before? And you can tell them, no, I haven't, but I've spent time training. I've got this training. I went through the National Notary Association. I went through the Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. I know how to go through these documents smoothly. I know how to notarize documents properly. I know how to make sure that people sign and date everything that needs to be signed and dated properly. And I'm also committed to making sure that this gets done right for you the first time. And if for some reason something does get missed, I will make it my priority to go back out and get those corrections done for you ASAP. See what I'm saying? We want to do that. We don't ever want to be like, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. That does not benefit you at all when you are running a business. And again, this goes back to fear. This goes back to self-motivation. You have got to be confident in yourself and give people that confidence in you. All right, let's see what else we got. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. I'm going to scroll up here real quick. Again, guys, if for some reason I missed your question, put it in the chat. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I'm going to go back through and make sure that I answer as many of these as possible. Click in the description box, guys. Make sure you get that success worksheet and the signing agent, the new signing agent checklist. I really want you guys to be successful in 2023, but you need to set goals. You need to set realistic goals. You need to make sure that you are motivating yourself. You need to make sure that fear isn't stopping you. You need to make sure that you define what success is. And that's what this worksheet is going to do for you. So make sure that you download it. Thank you guys. You know, I understand this can be a little scary. So yes, I am going to challenge each and every one of you to grow and to get out of your comfort zone. Yes. Ooh, marketing. I know it's a scary thing if you've never done it before, but again, it goes back to fear. What are you really afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. You're going to survive. And again, no is not even the end. I've had people tell me no that I've later gotten business from. So trust me, no is nothing to be afraid of. No is not the end. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, keep going because eventually you will get a yes. And here's the thing, guys, when you're trying to get business, when you're marketing for business, while you may hear a lot of no's, you only need one or two yeses to make your business a success, to reach the goals that you want to reach. I remind people all of the time, the majority of my business at this point comes from two direct business clients. Two yeses. I live off of two yeses. That's it. I heard, I don't know how many no's over the past 15 plus years that I've been a signing agent, but it was two yeses that allowed me to be a successful signing agent. All righty, guys. I think that is it again. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. And I'm going to want you guys to come back to this. Come back to this video. Keep me posted. Let me know how you are doing on your goals. I'm going to do probably a mid-year checkup on you guys. And I want to know that you guys have been following the time frame and the steps that you set out for yourself, because I'm telling you guys, the market is correcting itself. Again, builders, mortgage company, real estate agents, they are all doing things right now that is going to produce business later this year. So you don't want to wait until later this year to start doing the things that you want to do and that you need to do. You want to start now so that as business picks up, you will already be in place to be the signing agent who gets the business that is coming down soon. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Happy New Year. Happy to see you guys. And you know what? As always, I want each and every one of you to have a productive and profitable day. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.